The whole website needs to revolve around your message, not the other way around. Structure your website out so that copy or that the sales messages are well structured. If you remove the right stuff, you give more prominence to the important stuff.
Profit Pilot.
So, when it comes to growing your e-commerce business, it's important. We've discussed branding, we've discussed ICPs, we've discussed how important it is to understand who your target market is, why they should use you, what's different about your brand. And when it comes to building a website, if you're on a budget, if you're using something like Shopify or WooCommerce, which is like out of box, simplicity or ease of use outperforms persuasion every single time. You could have the most fantastic product, but if people struggle to buy it or to find out, to discover how to buy it, it will never sell. You can have a mediocre product, but a very easy to use website and it will outperform. What you really need to do is strip everything back to the bare basics. So create your copy. So your copy or your text, that is your sleeping salesman. That is what is going to make the difference between making sales and not making sales. So just start off with your copy, and then the whole website needs to revolve around your message, not the other way around. So some of the things you got to look for is what's called user experience. Again, put everything on paper, put everything on documents, and just think, where would this information best be? And that's what's called information architecture. So what you want to do is you want to structure your website out so that copy or that the sales messages are well structured. If you've got a complicated product, you might need an FAQ section. Does that FAQ section need to be in the main navigation, the primary navigation, or does it need to be in the footer navigation? This is also what you're trying to do is you're trying to take all the thinking in advance out of your visitors and prospects' minds. So that when they hit your website, they don't have to think. They're just, there's the message. Oh, okay, do I trust these? There's the social proof, there's the testimonials, there's the accreditation. So what we're looking for is simplicity, clear navigation, very clear calls to action as well. So your call to actions are your buttons. So a good way to think about it is, what will the person see after they click this page? So instead of like, click here, it could be a product information, or it could be contact information. So just try and make the call to action or the wording on your button consistent with what they'll see next. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to reduce as much thinking as possible. So they don't have to think about, I wonder what's behind that button. And when they click the button and they go to the page, they don't have to think, I was expecting something else. We're trying to iron out all that. So simplicity. And then user interface. Keep everything nice and simple. I run a lot of what's called split tests. I'll go into that. That's how you really start to scale e-commerce businesses, when you start capturing data, turn that data into insights, and then split test. But you can even get winning split tests from decluttering. So you can see improvements in your conversion rate and your revenues by removing stuff. Because if you remove the right stuff, you give more prominence to the important stuff. So for my advice, ease of use always outpaces persuasion. Keep everything nice and simple. Do all your copy, all your salesmanship first in like a Word document or a Google Doc. And then you can start to put emphasis on headlines, subheadlines, copy, bullet points, and then create your website around that. And don't get too caught up with flashy graphics, because those templates are designed to capture you, not capture your customers. It's like when you go into the fishing shop, most lures are designed to catch fishermen, not fish. It's exactly the same kind of principle. Simplicity.